Zach Parise, alternate captain and left winger for the Minnesota Wild. Zach, after the midget AAA hockey, you spent 2 years at North Dakota where you were nominated twice for the Hobie Baker. At what point in your youth did you kind of realize that you maybe had what it would take to get to the NHL?
Probably not. You always hoped, and you always maybe thought you might, but you never really knew. I would say until I went to play in the World Junior tournaments and then got drafted. Once you start measuring yourself up against the other best in the world, then you get an idea of where you kind of match up. So probably not until, like 16, 17, 18 years old.
All right, and you've also done well internationally, winning gold at the 2004 World Juniors, silver medal at the 2010 Winter Olympics, where you scored the goal that took it into overtime against Team Canada. Where does that kind of rank up with all your big hockey moments?
That was probably one of the biggest. Just with everything that was on that biggest stage and everything that was on the line, and for us to have come so close to winning a gold, and just being in the Olympics, it was an unbelievable experience.
Now you come from a team that was in the Stanley Cup Finals last year to a team that hasn't been in the playoffs for 5 years. What kind of leadership and what do you think your role is coming into this team?
I think to provide some of that experience of being in the playoffs and going into the finals, and when this is a different team, this is a younger team here with a lot of guys that haven't experienced the playoffs and things like that. So I would say just the on-ice leadership and trying to do things always the right way, and leading by example and playing the right style the right way all the time. And, I guess that's kind of the approach that I take to that.
Now, ownership made a pretty big commitment in signing you for 13 years and Ryan Suter for 13 years. Does that, in the mind of pretty much everybody in the room, show that the team's got a commitment to win?
I think so. Yeah, I think that there was a big commitment from. That's a long time from the ownership and the management, and just in the conversations that I had with them prior to that, their commitment to winning and getting this team into being a perennial, cup contender. I mean, every year they want to be in the playoffs. So I think it was a big step by the organization.
And what does Ryan Suter bring to this team?
Yeah, he brings. He's one of those rare guys you can play and be your top player in all situations. Be a top penalty killer, top run the power play on the point, 5-on-5, and he shut down the other team's top player. So he does everything, and he's not flashy. He just goes about his business quiet, and he's a great player, great defenseman, and it'll be good for the younger defensemen that we've got to kind of learn from the way he plays.
All right, one last question. Your father, JP, played for Canada in the '72 Summit Series. How many times have you been forced to watch those movies over and over and over again?
Mostly it was voluntary watching those. We had got the disc set when they came out on the CDs and the DVDs, so just an awesome thing to watch, and it's cool to hear from his standpoint how important that was for Canada, and how basically the country stopped to watch those games and that tournament. All eyes were on those players, and he said it was an incredible tournament.
All right, well, this is J.R. Reed for Hockey Talk with Zach Parise. Thank you very much.
Thank you.